to Glitchless Lullaby Skip Part 2. Essentially the same after Part 1 as far as you need both snowballs blown up, so definitely use Part 1 if you need it. That goes over getting out the first frame, which is rather more annoying than this in my opinion. So, unlike before, position here really matters a lot. You want to be immediately under the arrow at the top, so the arrow being the black line on the left and then the ramp on the right. Your wind cycle also matters. You want to wait for the wind for the snowball to blow up with audio. You want to hear that just blew up. You want to wait a wind cycle and then get into position. Wow, that was fast. I believe that's the frame, but I want to show it off a little better. Okay, snowball just blew up. Notice the wind does shove you a little to the left slowly, so be mindful of that. So just to show this off, the wind will consistently pick Link up out of the snow on not frame 1, not frame 2, but frame 3. So I recommend just pause stuttering until you hear the wind, then frame perfectly pause until you get to this frame. Do a backflip while holding target. You can release target at this point, I'm pretty sure. I'll just hold it. You want to put on Goron Mask. I'm holding down as well, it doesn't really matter too much, but put Goron Mask on this frame when you can see the bowstrings. Hold down here, and when you see Link's left arm in the air, hold target A and right. You want to go until this frame. This frame is marked by the right side of Goron Link being the middle of this texture. It's got a point at the bottom with lines sticking out from it. You want the right side of Goron Link to be in the middle of the texture. Release target. Next I'm looking at the B button, not this frame, but this frame. And what I'm looking for is it for it to just barely be touching this mountain in the background. Got this sloped mountain in the background, and very background, it's touching this giant mountain here. Okay. Hold target. Going to load a save state at this point. Something where I can show all the frames that your goal is to go for. The goal. Oh, that's right. I saved over those save states. What was I thinking? I was thinking I wasn't gonna have to do another take. I'm dumb. I can just import the other ones. That's not the right one. And I need this one too. Okay, fixed. So back over here, your goal is to hit target, and you want to buffer this probably. A and right for 6 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If the wind starts in any of those frames, you should probably do case 1. If not, release A for 2 frames and hold up. You may have to turn this into a case 1 if I recall, but don't worry about that too much. Start holding up, continue holding A and target. We'll just do a late wind since we're here. We'll work our way backwards. We're looking at this corner right here, and we want it to be behind Goron Link. You have 2 or 3 frames if I recall for this, so don't give it too much thought. Just make sure the corner is behind Link. Okay, continue holding up, but release A. This is going to be for 2 frames. Continue holding target 2. Pause, equip red potion, drink red potion. You don't have to hold pause during that though. Now, very fun, I'm going to be holding. I'll just show it real quick. Forgot I had to hold upleft there, but it's going to look like that. Unfortunate wind. Basically what I'm doing is step 1, you can hear it. Step 2, you can hear it. Hold right. That was holding down. Now hold right. Step. Press A and then hold up. You gotta pay attention, otherwise you will fall. Don't be too fast. Had to hold up right there just to make sure Link would go. I really wish we could find something to make Link grab this thing more consistently, but I'll leave that for another time, I suppose. Anyways, time for the other cycles. We'll go backwards. This is essentially the same. Just like before. There might have been a time or two where the wind was so late that I fell off the ledge, but I think that was with spike rolling, so I'm not too concerned about that. And same as before. The only difference was that the wind was a little earlier than last. That's really all there is to it. Hopefully we can get something about that. Okay, now for mid-early. The wind started blowing during the turnaround. So, once it finishes, you're going to hold up left while holding target. Now you can release target during the spike roll because it doesn't matter anymore. And now we are looking at this corner in the bottom right. Yep, there it is right there. So, looking at that corner, and we want it to be off screen for not 1, but 2 frames. We're still going to be holding up left and A. That's frame 1, it disappears, we want the second frame. Like this. Continue holding up left, but release A. Takes Goron spikes to release a lot longer than without spikes. Now, you heard an audio cue, where when you see Link's spikes disappear, start holding upright. Till this frame specifically, if you press A any earlier, you won't turn if the Goron rule makes it through. Anyways, hold upright and A. Make sure you don't fall off, just as necessary. We'll get to this part later. And now for early wind. This is the earliest I've seen the wind with this setup. Start on this frame. So what we're going to do, if you hear it, is do right A and Z for at least 1 frame, up to 4 frames. I usually do 3. Then switch to up left, target an A. Okay, so again, it's the same as before. We're looking at this corner right thereabouts. Frame 1 it disappeared. Frame 2 it disappeared. Release A. Audio cue or whatever. Upright and A on this frame. Don't fall off. And voila. Now, I'm going to make a quick save state here. What you're going to do, if you have shield out versus not shield out, it's very important because that changes how long it takes Link to climb. If you have Link's shield out, climb immediately after you hear the wind cycle start. Mash Goron Mask. If you see it, pull Link back a little bit like that before he puts Goron Mask on. That means your timing was good. Get a fast roll in. Sometimes the wind will give it to you if you're lucky. Like so. Okay. Now, what if you don't have shield out? Then you wait a little longer for when it drops to like there. And voila. So it goes or so. You want it when the wind cycle drops and just a little bit after that. With that, that is finished. Good luck, have fun. Sub 10 minutes this time. Nice.